welcome back to the TRUTHSERUM podcast. I'm your co-host PJDRIZZLE, and I just want to say welcome back to the channel. We do have a new face for you guys today, and I just want to say don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, repost, reshare to all social media platforms, and check out episodes right now, 81 and 82 on the podcast YouTube channel. All right. At this point, I'm gonna give our guest that we have today her own introduction and 3 things about herself.
Hello, I'm Ciera. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. 3 things about myself. I enjoy music. I'm like a hard body music fan. I love to read, so if it's a hard copy, audio books, it doesn't matter. I just really love to read. And the last thing about me, I would say I love to learn. So I'm into a lot of documentaries, like I said, reading books, anything that I can learn. And I try to learn something once a day.
Okay, all right. You said music. Like, what type of music genre are you into?
So R&B, I like a little bit of pop, a little bit of hip hop, but mainly R&B, definitely 90s R&B.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. And then, what's the last book? You say you're into like reading. What's the last book that you read?
Last book I read, what was that book? What was the book? Because it was about a month ago. It was by this lady named Christina, a romance novel. I can't remember the exact name right now, but I know
Okay,
her
all
name was
right.
Christina, the
Yeah.
author.
Okay. So, like, do you read like romance novels often?
I do. I'm very big into love as well. Now don't
Okay.
get me wrong. I like like my Harry Potters or
Yeah.
the 50 Shades, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like to read those ones that's like real big out there with the movies and things like that. So a little bit of
Okay.
sci-fi.
Got you. So, like, are you aware that they have a new Harry Potter TV show coming out? Are you gonna go watch it?
Yes, they got the new series. Yeah, so they coming. Instead of the movies, I know it's a series. So they're
Yeah, it's
going
a
to.
show.
So yeah, I am going to watch it. Should be interested to see the new characters. Definitely how they changed up some of the characters. I was a little surprised. Like, oh, okay, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do want to.
They,
I'm ready to watch it
they
though. But
yeah.
definitely with the
This
black
time.
dude. I mean,
Yeah. So instead of
so
a white snake, they have a black snake
yeah.
now. Yeah.
So that's
Like,
I'm like.
how do you feel about that?
I think they did say they wanted to give some diversity, but I personally feel, even though I'm Black American myself, but I personally feel
Yeah.
that they should have stuck with somebody closer to the first snake. Do you know what would have been good? Everybody was saying the guy that played in Star Wars, the new Star Wars. The what
You
was his
talking about the British
name?
guy?
Yeah, he in the Star Wars movie, he was the
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Carlo Ren. Carlo, is it Kylo Ren? Carlo Ren. Han Solo's son and they son.
Oh, him. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know who you're talking
yeah.
about.
He would have probably
Yeah.
fit a bit of better fit.
Yeah, cause like in the books is Snape black or white? Like what's his background?
They doesn't really specify too much in the book. So that's probably
Okay.
why they were able to try to switch it up. And I get it, you want diversity, but it's like
Yeah, and be
we
creative and
used to see
whatnot.
yeah. Well, that's what from the blogs and stuff I seen that they were saying they wanted more diversity
Yeah.
to be more inclusive with, I guess, everybody.
Okay. All right. All right. And then what was the third thing that you mentioned?
I like it to learn into documentary. So anything I can learn. So if it's a documentary, if it's a book, if it's um, taking a class or,
Mm-hmm.
just seeing something on TikTok. I mean, I learned on TikTok a lot of things that, were in the past that's coming to the light now. So just learning, period. It doesn't really matter what it is, but just learning. That's
Okay.
something about me
So
that
like
I like.
what's a recent thing that you've learned?
A recent thing that I learned, um, that it was a black woman, which I should have probably knew this, but a black woman invented the heater in 1919. I just
Okay.
learned that like about a month ago.
Yeah.
with all the Black History Month being out. So, a lot of things was out. So learning, that a Black woman created that.
Okay. Do you remember? Do you know her name?
No, I don't remember her name. I'm a little bad with names.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm only good with faces instead of names. So like I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I
All
done
right.
worked with somebody for like 12 years, and I'll be like, "Dude, I still don't know their name," which is a little
Got you.
ridiculous, but
All right. So let's move on to the current events, and the way that we do current events is a little bit different. We start off with movie mentions. Basically, like we have some movies that came out last weekend and movies that are coming out this weekend. So I'm gonna give you some movie mentions, and basically you're gonna like tell me which ones like would you go see yourself. Yeah, you can pick more than one. All right.
okay.
All right, so we got Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie, um, the drama, You, Me, and Tuscany, and the Beast. So out of these movies, what would interest you to go see it yourself in the theaters?
It would be the drama because I actually want to see that. I haven't seen it
Hmm.
yet, but I do want to see that. And then I would probably say the Mario Boys. I could take the children to that, but that would be really for the children. But for me, it would definitely just be the drama.
Okay, you got kids?
Yeah, I got two
Okay, boys or girls?
boys.
Boys, okay. All right. I want to all right, so moving on. With the current events I also found on social media. The first question with this 2026 economy, are you saving for retirement or are you spending your coin? Like are you saying like let God sort out in the end?
This 2026 economy? Is it more delusional to save for retirement that might not exist or spend all that money, man? Don't worry about it. You just figure it out later. So get in the chat roomies. Come on. Save for a rainy day. That's option A. Or B, YOLO, you only live once. Let God sort it out at the end.
I hate when y'all throw God in on stuff like that. God did not ask to sort out your being messy. No, you save for a rainy day. You need to always save because guess what? It's gonna rain. It's gonna always be some rain. Sometimes just save that little money.
What about you, Kiki?
I definitely live my life on option A until I turn 30. Once I turned 30, for some reason, I decided to start getting my finances in order. But I feel like sometimes you be working and it ain't too much to save. Like I'm just trying to get through next week.
That's true.
So a lot of people live like that. But I think once you get to a certain age, you need to adapt to B. Because, yeah, it's going to rain.
It's definitely going to rain. Trust me, I'm in option B.
You in option B?
I'm in option B, but I saved early, so I'm cool. Mm-hmm. I'm cool. Right now I can live a little bit. I'm gonna keep saving, but right now I can live a little bit.
Okay. All right.
You only live once.
I can live
only live once, chat.
YOLO.
Save early or save late.
Well, you
gotta save though.
I tell you what, we'll get my savings started. Give me a few dollars. You can live a little.
Right. He can live. He did say that.
Let the Lord use you.
Donate to Brother Zach Boog today. Yes. Let's start a fund for him.
Yeah.
Great question. So right now I'm kind of spending my coin, even though I do need to start saving. Yeah. Well, the way the economy is now, it's like, yeah, I want to save, for my future, but like you said, with God and God hands, I don't even know how long, hopefully I'll be here on the earth to 90 or plus, but you never know when your time is. And sometimes like you need the stuff right then and there, but it is also good to save for a rainy day. You just never know. Like might lose your job or, car might break down. You never know. Light bill is high. They done went up on that as well. So it's just the economy is kind of bad. So everybody, try to save a coin, but they got to spend a coin.
Yeah. but not too much. Like so you can have some for later.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The second current event, I found on social media, Megan Good and Jonathan Mazers, recently working out and putting in that work.
Come up closer. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's it. That's it. Stop there. Stop. Yeah, now go. Stop.
One more? Or that's it?
Are you somebody that works out?
Well, I want to say I love them as a couple. I do follow Megan Good, so I definitely see the video that you're referring to.
Yeah.
Um, no, I'm more of a slimmer person, but I do want to start getting to work out. Like my mother, she's a personal trainer, so she always telling me, "Oh, you're getting older. You need to start working out, so you keep your
Yeah.
muscles strong." So
Mhm.
currently, no, I don't work out, but that is something
Okay.
that I've been looking into and want to get started.
Like you never worked out like in your life?
No, never. Like, I mean, I probably ran or, I played sports when I was younger. So I do have
Yeah.
like an athletic body type. So I ran
Okay.
track and I played basketball, but as an adult, no.
Got you. Got you. Well, like what sports like did you play back in school?
I ran track, so I did the 100 sprint, the 200 sprint, and then the 400 relay, and then I played basketball.
Okay. That's a lot of running. And like, were you like good? Like,
I was good. I wouldn't say I was the best. I was like, came in second. I don't think I ever came in first, but I could have, if I would have kept at it and really put more effort into it, I could have been great. But, things happen in
got you.
life.
Okay. And then what about basketball?
Basketball, I played like the 4 or 5 position, because I was kind of tall for, I guess, my age back then, even though I'm not
Mm-hmm.
that tall now. Well, some people will consider me actually tall. Let me stop.
How tall? If you don't mind me asking.
5'7.5".
Okay. That's
So,
above like 2 inches average.
well, back in the day, the average height was 5'6", but now I know because I had a debate with somebody not too long ago. I know it's
Yeah.
like 5'4" now for a woman. But
Okay.
basketball, no, I mean, I was just, I was young, didn't take it serious. Like, I could have been really good at that too. I had just natural skills. Like, I never really was, besides playing in school, I never was like, had a lot of coaching. So I was like just naturally good at it.
Got you, got you. And like the reason why I brought up Jonathan Majors and Megan Good is like, what's your opinion? Like whenever like you see like I don't know if you like go to the gym like physically, but like what's your opinion on like just some general like couples like working out?
I think it's a great thing. I mean, both of them want to stay healthy, keep their body fit. So, a couple in general, I think it's great when you have that connection, just in general, but definitely with the gym, want to work out. So, I believe in, excuse me, I believe
Mm-hmm.
in wellness, health, wellness, anything. So, massages, working out, eating right. So, I believe in that wholeheartedly. So, I think it's a great thing when you see couples out there um, working towards their goal together as far as wellness.
Okay, you don't think that like one is gonna hold like the other one like back a little bit? Because like
Um,
they're like different genders, so like each other like has like that different momentum in a way.
well, I mean, if you want to look at gender, I mean, yeah, so Megan Good is never going to be, buff and fit like Jonathan Majors, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think it's holding back. I mean, it could. It really depends on the couple. Now you can
Hmm.
bring it to jealousy, right? If you want to say that jealousy, where somebody might feel like, oh well, they're getting in shape quicker than I am. Let me down talk them and maybe make them feel a type of way to hold them back, or to try to big on myself. But in their situation now, I don't think they're doing that. And I think it's a great thing with couples. So I don't really, unless it's some type of jealousy or something there, I don't think one would hold back the other.
Okay, all right. And the last current event I have is basically there was a woman online saying that she would like do like grocery shopping like for her family, and then she would also like have to cook afterwards. And she says that grocery shopping and cooking afterwards is a bit too much.
I'm saying is I'm not driving to the grocery store, grocery shopping, loading it onto the conveyor belt, bagging it, loading it back into my cart, pushing that cart to my car, loading it into my car, driving home, unloading those groceries outside of my car into my home, putting them away, and then making a meal. I'm not doing that. I'm going to give me something to eat.
So basically I want to ask you is who does the grocery shopping like in your family? Like you do the grocery shopping?
Yeah, if I do the grocery shopping and the cooking.
Okay, and then like let's say you did that all in one day. Would that be too much for you? Or like would that be like just like a normal day?
Um, no, it wouldn't be too much for me. Now it depends on. I'm assuming it depends on what time of day. So usually, what I would do is I like to shop a little early, have a couple
Okay.
things. Now, if we're a little hungry, we can make a couple little quick meals real quick, and then
Yeah.
later in the day, I will cook dinner. But
Okay.
I wouldn't now. If I'm shopping late and cooking late, we might just throw on a pizza.
Yeah.
Like just throw a pizza in the oven, call it a
Yeah.
day. I
Yeah.
ain't cooking a 3-course meal late at night. Nah,
Hmm.
not doing all that shopping
Yeah,
late. So
yeah, because that's what like she was trying to like get at because like basically like she has to like go to the grocery store, get the items, put the items in the bags because they don't give you bags anymore. Put the bags in the car, bring the drive back home, and then you have to cook like all that like all in one day, and so like she just end up ordering something.
yeah, I mean she sounded like she dragging it a little bit. I mean,
Okay.
as a woman, of your household, if you're married, like I'm not married or anything like that, so I'm single, so I'm really just cooking for me and my children. But if
Hmm.
you're in a relationship, you're married or in a relationship and it's your children and your partner,
Yeah.
then yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a woman duty. I think the woman should cook probably most of the time, but you do have a lot of good men out there that know how to cook and everything like that as well. So maybe rotating, maybe if she feels tired, talking to her partner, hey, I did all the shopping today. It took me a couple hours. The lines was long. I'm a little exhausted. Can you cook tonight?
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with trying to, both people cooking in the household.
Okay, I like that because like that's what I want to do. Like when I get like with my life partner, like basically like if she's tired, and then I'll take on my turn and cook for her, and then like if I'm tired, then like we're just like vice versa, like
Hmm.
on everything. Like instead of cooking, like cleaning, like anything around the household. Like it doesn't have to be just one person doing everything. Like because they said with the whole like rumors that females do all the cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, that's not true. Even in my
Hmm.
previous relationships, the man cooked as well and cleaned as well. So at least not in
Yeah.
my experience.
Hmm. So like, wait, you said in your previous relationship or like when you were with your husband?
Well, never been married.
Oh,
But
okay. I'm sorry.
no, that's fine. So the children father, yes, we were together. So both my kids have the same father, but I was in a relationship after him.
Yeah.
That we lived together and things like that. So he would cook and clean as well, both of them.
Mhm. Okay. All right. All right. So now we're gonna get into the podcast title, episode, and episode number as well. And this is called parenting strategies for modern times. All right. And this is episode 83. So with the first question, we have values and vision. So the first question is, what three skills does your child or boys, two boys, truly need?
What do skills they truly need?
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I
if you want to do
mean,
individually, like if you want to do together or individually, how you
I
how you how
was
you how you pick?
I could do them together. They're not too far in age. I would
Okay.
say things that they would need to it's a just need that they would need to learn, right? That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Like
Um
what would they need? Yeah, and learn too.
well, I mean, obviously we're getting older, but as far as kids, I mean, they're very good kids. So I wouldn't say a lot. Like I think I do very well as a parent. Like they're very
Okay.
good at school. They're on my youngest is on he's in fourth grade. He's on the eighth grade, ninth grade reading level.
Mhm.
Um I would say maybe a little bit with both of them, I guess. And I guess with maybe I wouldn't really say social skills because I feel like they have social skills that within their peers.
Okay.
Um, but I know they're a little sometimes with meeting new people, they're a little shy. Like it could even be somebody that's like a family member, right? So I'm not just saying like strangers, but it could be somebody that
Yeah.
family member that they're not too familiar with.
Mhm.
Um, just be a little bit more social with them, as far as like the family or speaking. Even with my mother, they're a little bit shy, don't want to speak. But that's because she's not around like every day. Like she lives out of town, so it's
Wait,
not
I'm
like
sorry,
we're
Sarah. Can you
close.
say that one more time? You said your mother.
Yeah, so like far as family member, right? Far as being more open, being more social with like family members. And that's
Okay.
because we live with my family, we live kind of far. So we live in different states. So that's why they're not, per se, they know who they are, but they're not per se seeing them all the time or growing up with them. So
Okay.
I would
Like
say maybe
they don't
working
really
on that.
visit that often.
No, yeah, they live out of town. So I don't even visit that often or
Yeah.
vice versa, them coming to
Mhm.
visit us. So maybe
Okay.
with that, I would say, just being a little bit more comfortable with the family, talking a little bit more with the family. I feel like they need to work on
Mhm.
as far as like talking with the family. Trying to think what other thing I could say. Maybe, working on that. 'Cause, these kids out here, they love them some like playing on a game. Um, maybe just working on, with that talking more, and that maybe just more on me as well, as far as getting out doing more social things, right? Because I tell them all the time, let's go skating, let's go bowling, let's go to
Yeah.
the park or whatever, just to do different things. They don't really want to go nowhere. They want to just be watching TV on the game. So that's why sometimes too, I'll be like, all right, no more TV, no game. We're just going to play a board game or we're going to do something like that. So, getting them to be out more.
And do you guys end up doing that, like playing a board game, or no?
Yeah, yeah. So we need to do a little bit more, but we do play board games. I have a lot of them in my house. So I try to do
Mhm.
that on Sunday. Like, so the end of the
Okay.
week, we kind of wind down, talk, try to, to get them to talk, open up more. About everything that's going on, in their life. I do have a teenager, so sometimes he might, don't want to tell me certain things that's going on because, he's a teenager. Oh, Mom, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm snitching. I'm like, how you snitching? If you just telling the story,
He's being
like I don't know
mysterious.
these kids, yeah. Like I don't
Yeah.
know these your friends like that, their parents and stuff at school. I mean, they can't go to nobody's house or anything like that unless I know who the parents are. Like, I don't trust that.
Okay.
So that's a big, big no-no. I do let him go to the park with his friends, but yeah, can't go in nobody's house, none of that. So, I don't play those type of games.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Next question. What principles guide your parenting?
What principles? So my principles of is, making sure they learn house skills, right? So
Hmm.
cleaning, mopping. So those one of my I'm an older child, so I'm the oldest child out of my siblings, so I had to do a lot of cleaning, and that kind
How
of
many
stuff would
siblings do you
be.
have?
I got three. Well, technically four other
Oh,
siblings.
okay. Okay.
One of them I don't really know like that. Three of them I grew up with.
Got you.
So cleaning, teaching responsibilities. One of my big things that I know that my kids probably going to say when I'm old and they're grown is common sense. So common sense is very not common. So that's a very big thing to me. Having common sense, knowing the simple things. Like I want you to have book smarts, but I also want you to have common sense, which kind of plays into a little bit of street smart. So I'm very
Yeah.
particular on that. So cleaning, house skills. 'Cause like I said, I have boys, so I just, they move out on their own. I don't want them to depend on a woman to do everything. So we also learning with cooking and, like I said, cooking, cleaning, and just, having their head on the swivel,
Hmm.
being very, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I know the thing stopped.
Yeah. You got a call?
Yeah, that was my children actually.
Okay. Everything okay?
Yeah, they just probably just telling me they're getting out of brain camp and on their way to the house. Sorry, I meant to put it on do not disturb.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes, like, even though like the previous guest like put like do not disturb, it still like does the call.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know why. Wait. It says the recording has failed. Yeah. You have to.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I was just about to text you. It said that it failed and you have to restart.
Yeah, I didn't have to be sorry. Then they ended up calling me back, was asking me something. So I was like, let me just take care of this. They don't keep calling me back, and I just answered the
Okay.
call.
Yeah. Okay.
Make
Yeah.
sure my
So you want continue what you were saying?
yeah. I know we was talking about the common sense. So cleaning,
Yeah.
uh, having common sense. I'm just big on that. I want them to be able to go out in the world and navigate the world. The world is a scary place right now, with everything going on. So just making sure that, obviously I can't teach them how to be the man. That's why they have their father there. Their father is very present in their life. So
Hmm.
he would, teach them that. So that's another thing for me, making sure that their father is part of their life. But he's a great, great father, part of their life, raising them. So, with help raising them.
You
So
guys do co-parenting good?
yes, they're gonna be going all summer with him this summer. So they're gonna be going
Okay.
all summer. Yeah, he stay
Got
out of
you.
town as well. So.
Okay. Do you guys wait? Uh, there's like no chance of you guys ever getting back together.
No, no. We were together for a very long time and we knew each other for a very, very long time too.
Hmm.
So no, no.
Okay. Because look, that's what they all say, and then something happens one night, like One
No,
thing
we
leads to
haven't.
another.
Well, I get that, but we haven't been together since 2015, so
Okay.
it's been 11 years. I want to meet somebody new and get to like I
Hmm.
know what I'm getting there with that. So,
Got you. Got you. All right. Next question. What are your greatest strengths as a parent and weakness? So let's do the strength first, and then the weakness as a parent.
I say my strength would be I feel like I'm a very good disciplined very excuse me, I'm not saying it the word kind of twisted.
Look, I'll be having trouble
And
with my
not in a
words too.
bad
Okay. Like
but not in
seriously.
a bad way because I feel like with me giving them the discipline that they need, and I'm not talking about whoopings or anything like that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
they
okay.
respect,
Look, this
yeah.
podcast is no filter. Okay, you can speak your piece.
Well, where I live at, because I live in New York, so you
Yeah.
can't discipline your kid. You can't beat your kids, but you can
Yeah.
discipline your kids. But
Okay.
just disciplining them and
Is
teaching
that like
them,
a law?
yeah, they do. So they law is that because it depends on the state, right? So here in
Okay.
New York City, um, you can whoop your kids, right? Obviously you can't
Yeah.
be leaving marks, you can't be hitting them in the face or
Yeah.
anything like that. But you can discipline them.
Yeah.
Now, there's a difference between disciplining and beating your kids. Now, you can't out
Mhm.
here be beating them like they some stranger in the street. You can't do
Yeah.
that. So, I feel like with me, I don't be hitting the kids, but with my discipline, as far as talking to them, having a conversation, sitting them down so they can understand what they did wrong versus what they should be doing. So I feel like my
Mhm.
strength is with that. Being also being a parent and not a friend. Now you could be friendly with. I believe you could be friendly with your children, but it's
Yeah.
you need to know the thin line between being a friend to being your kid's friend and being a parent, right? Because
Yeah.
once they start being your like you just friends with them, then it becomes to where they might end up trying to disrespect you. So
Mhm.
I do have
Take
that line,
advantage of
like,
you.
yeah. So they know I'm the parent, I'm the mother, I'm the adult. What I say goes, and that's just the end of the story, right?
Mhm.
So I feel like I've really strengthened that, and they respect me as a parent, and they love me as a parent. They don't fear me, so I do think that's like one of my strengths. And also, just being there for them, making sure I go to all their sporting events, all their parent teacher conference. So showing them that I'm there for them, I support them. So that's another strength of mine. Very supporting the children.
Okay.
One of my weaknesses, like I might say, oh, well, you're in trouble, you're on punishment, and this is what. So when I'm angry in the moment, I might be like, oh, you're in trouble. And then maybe 3 hours later or something like that, when I'm calmed down, it don't take me that long to calm down, but just give it a time frame. Like, so it
Yeah.
might be something that happened at school or something while we were out. Now, I'm angry in the moment, I get home, and then I don't follow through. So that could be my
Mhm.
weakness, with not following through on the punishment.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Next question. What did your parents do well, and what do you want to do differently?
So my parents, what my mother did very, very well was she taught and instilled responsibility into me. So I'm extremely
Mm.
responsible due to her. So I will say that. And what I would do differently is, which I'm doing now, is
Yeah. Like,
making
what are you doing currently?
spending more time with my children, giving more attention to them,
Okay.
and also supporting them in their schoolwork, their any that they're doing, as far as sports, anything like that. If it's even if it's a play, if they're in a play, whatever it is they're doing, being there and supporting them. Not to say my mom didn't support me, but as a kid, I felt like she could have did a lot better. So that's one of the things
Okay.
that I miss as a kid that I'm giving my children.
Got you. Got you. Okay. All right. Next question. Are you prioritizing connection time? It's called the 777 rule. Are you prioritizing connection time with your kids?
Yeah, so even though I do like to, have self-care or self time to myself.
Yeah,
But I do, so usually, like I say, would be Sunday or like just last week, we went out. I did it the day before Easter. So I was like, it's
yeah,
going to be crazy on Easter. So I took them out. We went out to eat, spent a little time together. So I do set aside those times to spend time with them. So if it's going to the movies, going out to eat, playing a board game at home, or just, having conversations, seeing what's, picking their little brain, seeing what's going on with them in their lives and how is school, how is everything, I asked them, are you liking girls? Do you have a girlfriend? Things like that.
yeah.
Definitely with my teenage son. So just spending, so I do prioritize time for them and make time as well.
Okay. Next question. How do you help your child build resilience and emotional health?
Um, just try to put more confidence in them, have them build more confidence in themselves, which could help out with their emotional things. So as children, they are, emotional as boys. I know they taught not to be so emotional, but I try to let them know it's okay, to cry, to express your feelings, and that it's gonna be okay. So, and not to be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
So
Because
just
look,
build an
men
emotional
do cry
character.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So just by building with them and letting them things okay and letting them know, everything is not going to be perfect. Sometimes they're not going to get your way, or sometimes it's like not going to go the way you want it, and you might be a little emotional about it. So I try to still that it's okay. So just building them up and try to make sure that they have great confidence within themselves.
Okay, all right. Going back to what you said, when you mentioned that there's a difference between discipline and being your child. Um, Basically, for the next question, I don't know if you answered this already, but what is your reward slash punishment philosophy?
So my reward would be, so if they are doing well, it would be anything that they want. Most of the time, it's money.
Yeah,
That's what they want, money.
you gotta get to that
Um,
bag. That's it.
so,
I'm done. Okay.
get the money,
Okay.
girl, right now.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's money, or if they want a particular thing, I would get it for them. And
Yeah.
then punishment, for the most part, would be taking away their phones. So no
Hmm.
cell phones, because they both got cell phones. So
Yeah.
no cell phones, no watching TV. No, obviously talking with your friends, no on no laptop, any type of electronic, because that's the main thing that they like to do, right? So no
Hmm.
electronic, no hanging out with friends, and their also the place would be, so they need to read a book, right? I want them to read a book, and I want them to write an essay on the book, and they need to explain the essay to me of what they read.
Okay. All right. Wait. How long does this essay have to be?
I be wanting at least a 500-word essay.
That's okay.
That's
All
not too
right.
bad. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
too
not too bad. That's,
bad.
that's like that's like 1 page, right?
Yeah, depending on how
Okay.
they, what they say, yeah, about one, maybe one and a half.
Okay. All right. Next question. How do you create consistent rules and routines for your children, for your two boys?
So, when explaining them, so when something happened, sometimes, as parents, we're not just out here, these are the rules, right? So
Hmm.
as things happen, you set rules. So if they're doing certain things, like, hey, you speak to them, this is not the rule, this is the rule, this is what you're not supposed to do. So you set that standard. And as they're growing up, obviously from little to older, and I'm a firm believer that you have to set certain rules definitely when they're younger,
Okay.
and when you're doing that, you set a standard. So when they get older, they already know what the standard is. So like
Yeah.
as younger, like falling out or hitting a wall or breaking things or hitting people. So as things as kids, as they get old, you set those type of standards. Like, hey, you don't hit anybody. Now I'm a firm believer of, no violence, but I am a firm believer
Yeah.
of self-defense. I'm just gonna say that
Yeah.
blank. Period. I tell my
But if
children,
they hit you
somebody hit
first,
you, you hit
then
them back.
that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a firm
Hey, what's
believer
good?
that we don't
Yeah.
we
Listen,
don't
yeah.
do no we don't punks over
Pull up
here.
the
We
pants
don't
and be
we
like,
don't
yo, what's
punks.
good?
Yeah, we don't punks over
Yeah.
here. You know, you set a
Mm.
standard with it. We're even telling them that they setting a standard with their peers. Because you know, a lot of times people get picked on because you know they don't want to fight back or stand up for themselves. And a lot of times
Yeah.
when you stand up for yourself, you know, the bully or whoever it is usually tend to leave you alone.
Yeah.
So even with those type of things, setting standards of things that I expect in my household, with them being um hanging out at the park, in the streets, or whatever they at school, because you're a reflection of me, right? Even though we live in Brooklyn, like a lot of people, they don't know who know me. So it's a lot of
Mhm.
times people come up to me and be like, oh, you know, they was really, really good on the bus when they was traveling to school. And like I said, they don't know who I know. So they don't know everybody I know. Let me say that. So
Yeah.
setting a standard of what is to be, and like as things going on. And it was something, another part you said to that, I kind of forgot. I know you were saying setting a preference
I said,
standard and
how do you create consistent rules and
oh,
routines?
okay, so those are as far as setting this consistent rules, right? As things happen and you talk about it, you set those rules. And then routine, just making sure that with the rules kind of go hand in hand with what I'm saying as far as the standard. And
Yeah.
just know that, you know, putting your foot down, letting them know, like, hey, this is, I mean, business. This is what, you know, so that's creating your routine. So when they know that, hey, mom doesn't play that, mom is, you know, I know if I do this and that, these are going to be XYZ consequences. So that's setting a routine for them so they know when they out and I'm not around, that they know what to do and what not to do, even when I'm not there. So that's setting their routine in life of just following the rules and things that I have in place for them and taking it out into the world and doing that. And having that routine of making sure that they don't do what they're not supposed to do.
Got you. Got you. All right.
I
And
hope I'm
then
answering these questions good.
look, there's no wrong answers. All right. It's your own answer. Yeah, it's your own answer. How you answer it, like, it's fine with me.
Right.
Good. All right. So next question. How do you manage digital consumption without substituting screen time for human interaction?
How do I say that one more time?
How do you manage digital consumption without substituting screen time for human interaction?
I mean, well, sorry, screen time with human interaction. So like, I'm always on the phone, right?
Yeah.
So it's either I'm on social media, talking on my phone, trying to make sure my lips ain't look crazy, talking on the phone. So I have that interaction in person. So
Yeah.
I don't think that I substitute anything. Like I think I'm very balanced.
Okay.
So I do have my human interactions, even if it's at work with my friends, if we're hanging out in person. And then as far as screen time, I do like my screen time. Don't get me wrong. I do like to,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm answering the question correctly, I do like to
You.
be on social media.
Yeah.
I
No,
like to be
everybody
on
knows social media.
TikTok. You
Yeah.
know, I set a time for that. I'm not gonna lie. Every day I have to be on social media looking at what's going on. I like certain like lives I get on a TikTok or certain videos or even like YouTube. That's the
Yeah.
first thing I do. I get on YouTube. Boom, boom. It's the first thing I watch it because I like to watch blogs and watch all type of different things. So with that sacrifice, so I feel like it's a balance for me.
Okay. And then also, how do you manage that with your kids?
So with the kids, so if we're looking at a regular day, like they're in school, right? So when they're in school,
Yeah.
obviously they can't be on their phone at all. And then they're having that interaction with their friends, the teachers.
That you know of.
That I know of, yes.
Yeah, because like you don't look. I'm a substitute
Well,
teacher, and like these kids are on their phones in the classrooms. Like, even though I told them to put the phone away, like they still gonna be on their phone.
yeah. Well, my oldest now, they have to put their phones in a Yanni pouch. So they lock
Okay.
them up. Now the youngest, they don't do that with the youngest. So,
Hmm.
and if he was, I mean, I would assume, but sometimes the teacher, as you say, you were so too slow. Sometimes the teacher don't tell the parents everything, right? So
Yeah.
I would assume, but as far as I know, and then plus they got rules, definitely with my oldest son. If he called on his phone, they would take it all week, and we can't play that. I track them. I'm like, no, 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 no. So being able to talk
Yeah.
about that, listen, I gotta, cause I would go up to the school, and I don't want to have to go to school, cause I'd be like, yo, y'all gotta give him his phone. If y'all take his
Hmm.
phone on a Monday, ain't no giving it back on no Friday. He need his
Yeah.
phone. But
Yeah.
that's their rule, right? We did sign a
Hmm.
paper off on this, but as far as that, and then when they're home, they do, make sure that if they're taking their showers, eating, like we do eating and all that stuff first. So it's time,
Yeah.
showering, eating dinner, eating snacks. And then I do allow them a few hours and stuff to be on the phone with their friends, on playing games or social media. It depends with social media. So I don't really have them that they're not on like Facebook. Instagram. Like my sons don't have that. I think my oldest
Hmm.
have TikTok,
That you know of.
but well, I be checking. I monitor. So they have to, even for them to download something, they have to get permission from me to even download something. So I know what they're downloading. Now, if
That
they're
you know
on,
of.
but as I'm saying, I have to approve it first. It has to be approved before
Okay.
they can even
Yeah.
download it. So yes,
Hmm.
no, we have iPhones. So everything
Okay.
is set up to parent control. So for the
Yeah.
most part, I do now. If they're on like a laptop or their Switch, I don't know what they downloading on there because I don't have
Yeah.
parent control on that. But on their cell
Hmm.
phones, no, 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 no. I don't play that. I have to approve it. So,
Okay. All right.
but yeah, I give them a little bit of time, a little bit of, time to go in there because that's just the way the world is, and I want them to keep up with social, not social media, but technology. Let me say that technology.
Yeah.
I want them to be very, because that's the way the world is.
Okay. And then the question of the day, our last question, it's what we talked about off camera, during the text messages. Basically, I had asked you if you wanted any more kids, and you had responded with what again?
No, I do not want any more children.
Got you. And then I wanted to ask you so you never wanted a daughter of your own, like you always wanted sons.
Yes, yes, but I can explain why I didn't want a girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Explain to me why.
for me, because I ain't gonna lie, when I was pregnant, I prayed hard for boys, and I ended up getting boys. But
Yeah,
for me, because I'm a woman, right? I was a little girl at one point.
yeah.
I wasn't the greatest child as far as behavior. As
You
a
was bad.
teenager, I was a little bad. Yeah, my uncles and them and my mom would tell
Badass.
you. It was like, yeah, I was bad. Let me just put it out there. Yes, I was bad. Listen, I'm
Mm-hmm.
an 80s baby, 90s child, and 2000s teen adult. So,
Yeah. No,
so
but
I
you're not by
was,
yourself. Everybody was bad, like in their kid
yeah.
life. Like I was bad too.
I was a little rebellious as a teenager, right? So,
Yeah.
but that, cause also I didn't really want to deal with the menstrual that women go through. So I didn't really want to have to, um, deal with. That was one of the things I was like, well, I don't have to really deal with that. I'm already going through that as a woman myself. So I don't have to buy extra for my daughter. Um, doing hair, I go to the hairstylist. I do my hair now a little bit, but I've never been like the greatest at doing hair. So far as
Okay.
doing hair, if the daughter become pregnant, I would have to, the baby would come home to me. So at least with
Yeah.
boys, if they get somebody pregnant, the baby's not coming home to me. The baby's going
Mm-hmm.
home to the mother, as teenagers.
Yeah.
Saying if they get
Yeah.
pregnant, somebody pregnant as a teenager. So that was like the thing that why I didn't want, main reasons why I didn't want girls.
Wait, but how do you know that the baby's not gonna come to you? Like, aren't you gonna want to like babysit as a grandmother?
But there's a
'Cause
difference between
that's every grandmother's
babysitting.
dream to watch they like future
That's not
grandkids.
true.
Like
That's not true.
no,
I
okay,
know
maybe
some
I'm wrong. I'm
people.
sorry.
I know some people, mamas don't want to watch their kids. And they be like,
Okay.
no. So
Mm,
most majority, I would say yes. But you do have some grandmas out there that no, they don't
gotcha.
want to watch their grandchildren. For me, it's a difference between watching your grandchild and then your
Yeah,
grandchild living with you.
yeah.
That's two different
Because like
things.
it's only like the time range, like because like
Yeah.
they're gonna come back and like take that child back, and then like depending on like if you're gonna have that child for a long time too.
That's who. I mean, the only way I would step up and like the baby live with me
Yeah,
is if the mother side ain't no good. So the mama
yeah.
no good, the parents, the grandparents, all this stuff.
Hmm.
If they no good and they bring a harm to the baby, then yeah, I would step up and the baby will have to come with me and my son. But that's if my son is a teenager,
Yeah,
parent. Now
yeah.
he grown and they grown, they have kids. That's on them. Like he has to do as a man, he has to step up
Mm,
and do what they have to do as men. So that, yeah, no, they,
mm,
unless my son is living with me, but he would have to, I would help out here and there, but I'm not, I like my mother in this sense. I'm not here to raise your child.
yeah.
I will support you and help you financially and give tips and stuff like that. But I'm not here to, definitely as grown. I done raised y'all. I'm here to try to, mama got to lead her life too. So,
Hmm.
so that's
Okay,
my perspective on that.
got you. And then like so with raising your boys, and then hypothetically, if you was to like have a girl, what would be easier, raising boys or raising girls?
Um, I don't have any girls, but
Hypothetically,
I would say, I would say raising boys because I mean, as a girl, you have a lot. Now, one thing I would say is girls have the cutest clothes, right? You could get the cutest stuff for the girls for cheap too. Like they're not that
yeah.
expensive as far as boys, but and that's as far as clothes. But I would say girls, like you have to, the hair, dealing with them with the having their menstrual, that changing,
Mhm. Do you go
them.
shopping with your boys, or your boys go clothes shopping by themselves?
I know I go with them or I do it myself. But now
Okay,
that I
and
got a
like
teenager, I try to get him to pick his own stuff.
got you. And do they normally like when you get them?
Yeah, for the most part. Now my son, my oldest, is like, you know, liking more of his own style. So
Okay,
I let him pick his own stuff.
okay, all right, all right. So we're gonna get to the outro, and
Okay.
basically, this is the part where like I give you the floor to say like a message like for our viewers or audience members relating to the topic that we just talked about. A message. Well, I had another thing too. If you have anything currently going on in your life that is upcoming or currently or recent, and if you want to give it any shout outs.
Okay. Well, I do. Back on Pop the Balloon again. I think that's how you got my page. So I'm back on the five. Pop the Balloon, the Fire Love NYC edition should be coming out this Sunday. All you got to do is look up. I think it's episode 46. So it's gonna be funny, fun. I'm in there joking. People clowning me. I'm clowning them.
Hmm.
And I guess I ain't really trying to find too much love like that. But you never know. I'm open.
Okay,
So
so
just check out for
you
that
are going
episode.
on the show for like actual love, actual true love, or exposure.
Yes, I do want to find somebody. It's not like I'm on there, it's not like I'm gonna be the person and fall in love on there, right? But I would
Yeah.
like love, and
Okay.
things like that. But I am going on there to find somebody. But also to get a little bit of exposure of myself as well. It's a, big platform. So just check out the show. Any final words I would say as far as what we talked about, to all my parents out there, it's not easy to be parents. So, great job to everybody that's out there that are great parents and doing a wonderful job with their kids. And I will also say, make sure you have self-worth also, because I always tell people, because, a lot of people say, oh, you put yourself before your children. Because I'm not going to lie, it's always me, my children, than anybody else. And the reason I say that is because if you can't take care of yourself mentally, physically, how can you take care of your children or anybody else? So I want to leave that note out there. Make sure you take care of yourself so you're able to take care of your children.
It does take a village.
Yeah, it do. And you need your parents, your friends, everybody that's out there to help as well. So that's the only final comments I would say. I don't really have anybody to shout out but myself. Shout out me, CC Baby _87. That's my Instagram. You can find me there. And that's really about
where
it.
else can they find you?
So CC Baby on Instagram, TikTok, and that's mainly the things I be on. I have Facebook, but I don't really be on Facebook. So
Okay, all right. And I forgot to say, because I always say this so many times, I do appreciate you coming on here. If you do want to come on for a second episode, I will be happy, and I'll be glad for that. I have your contact, you have mine, so we can just talk about that on a later date. Again, I do appreciate you coming on here. Other than that, to close this out, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, repost, and share to all social media platforms. And how we always say it, the truth that set you free. And it's a wrap.